Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mattel Jurassic World review. Today we're taking a look at the new Epic Evolution Danger Pack, Stegourus, and Eoraptor 2-pack. I'm loving that Mattel is finally doing 2-packs of smaller dinosaur species. Usually when they do a smaller species, like let's say for instance Ornitholestes, it ends up being a lot larger than it should be. So I'm really digging the idea of 2-packs, putting smaller species in it now. Now they'll be much more in scale with the rest of the line. Now I ended up finding this figure at Walmart. I actually found all the figures in the wave. We got the Poposaurus and the Avaceratops. I was kind of nervous that my Walmart wasn't going to get these in. They're still absolutely clogged with Dominion stuff and the last round of figures. Like their shelves are just jam-packed. These are actually on the top shelf of my Walmart. I saw the back of the packaging hanging off there. Actually tweaked my back trying to reach up there to grab like a toy lightsaber to knock these things down because they were so high up. So definitely be checking your Walmarts. The holiday shopping season is coming around, so all stores will be like cranking out product to get on the shelf so it gets sold. So yeah, definitely check out those Walmarts. So let's go over the package really quick before we crack these figures open. We got both figures displayed right here. I still absolutely love this 2-pack idea. I hope we see more of this in the future. It's got the Epic Evolution symbol right here. It's blocked by a little Stegourus. And then they are from a swamp biome. And then spinning the package around, we get a picture of all the other figures available in this wave like we just showed earlier. I picked up everything except for the Plesiosaurus. I already have like 2 or 3 Plesiosaurs. This one does look cool, but I really don't need another one. I'm just more into collecting the new species from the main line at this point. So yeah, like really, great species list for this Danger Pack wave. These are some really deep dives for obscure dinosaurs. Going to need a deep compression chamber for all those. So anyways, enough about the packaging. Let's crack these figures open and take a closer look. And here are both figures out of the packaging. And like I keep saying, I absolutely love the idea of 2-packs. I hope we see more of these in the future. Now, these 2 dinosaurs are both from South America, but they are very, very far apart in time. Eoraptor is from the late Triassic of Argentina, and Stegourus is from the late Cretaceous of Chile. Yeah, really, really cool to see this 2-pack. Stegourus has had a lot of popularity lately. It was discovered in 2018. I think it was described in 2021. We've actually gotten a couple figures of this thing already. We got one from Dino Zoo, which is a very small company. Collecti just did one last year. Safari Limited has one coming out this year. And now Mattel has jumped on the Stegourus bandwagon. The Eoraptor is a cool figure. Obviously, you can see on mine, it is suffering from a very, very sloppily painted eye. I could not see that in the package until I took it out. I was very disappointed to see that. The sloppy eye paint has been a thing ever since Mattel took over the line. And I know these are like, like $9, $10 figures, but like that's just horrendous. It's definitely one of the worst offenders in my collection when it comes to bad eye paint. But yeah, pretty cool species. Eoraptor is a really interesting dinosaur. It's like one of the very earliest theropod dinosaurs ever discovered. So it's pretty cool to get all these obscure species in the Mattel line. Never thought I'll see so many weird species in a Jurassic line, but yet here we are. And now time for some measurements. The Eoraptor is 5.5 inches long from the tip of the tail to the tip of the snout, are just under 14 centimeters and about 2.5 inches tall. To the top of the head are 6.3 centimeters. So Eoraptor in real life was between 3.3 feet long and 5.7 feet long, or 1 meter to 1.7 meters. That'll put the figure somewhere in the 1.7 to the 1.12 scale range. And Stegourus here is 4.5 inches long from the tip of the snout to the tip of that gnarly looking tail, 11.4 centimeters, about 1.5 inches tall to the top of the hips, or 3.8 centimeters. Stegourus in real life was 5.9 to 6.6 feet long, or 1.8 to 2 meters. So I put this figure nicely in that 115 to 117 scale range. And the Jurassic World line has always been around that 118 scale, so it's going to fit perfectly into that size class. Now let's first take a look at the Eoraptor. A nicely done figure. Both these figures being a 2-pack. Obviously the paint apps are going to be very, very skimpy on these figures. There's barely any paint on these figures. But what? For a 2-pack, I really can't complain. Let's take a zoom in and take a look at the head. It's all cast in bright red plastic. You have this double row of spikes on top of the head to give it, that, awesome bro Jurassic World look. The eye is painted yellow. The pupil's not painted in. You have the base red coming in through the pupil. I hate when Mattel does that. I think it's very, very lazy. Some figures in these base, these Danger Pack lines do have the pupil painted. They're very up and down with it. I just really wish to just take, a couple pennies and just paint it and spin it around. We get the horribly, horribly misprinted eye that just bugs the living crap out of me. It's happened so much on like a lot of figures in my collection. Oh well, really not much I can do about that. And then going down to the arms. Arms are cast in that red plastic. The hand claws are not painted in. You can see it has 4 digits because it's a very, very primitive dinosaur. And let's take a moment and appreciate Mattel for giving us some nice Triassic dinosaurs. A lot of companies just, skip the Jurassic, all Jurassic and Cretaceous stuff. So it's nice to get some Triassic dinosaurs. Going down to the legs. The legs are nicely sculpted. We have some, row of osteoderms on the side of the tail. And then right here, we do have the scan code for those of you who want to scan it into the fax app. Here's a view of the figure from the top, a view from the figure from the bottom. Now for articulation, mouth can open up that wide. And since we got the mouth open, let's take a look inside. The teeth are painted that off-white color. You got some pink for the tongue and gums. This figure is very small, and my camera absolutely hates focusing in on it. No articulation at the neck. Arms can move forward and backwards, hind legs backwards and forwards, and we have the completely useless tail rotation. So yeah, all around really cool figures. I'm just really, really irritated about the misprinted eye. And now let's take a look at Stegourus. This is a really cool looking figure. I absolutely love it. It is a type of ankylosaur, a very small species, like I said earlier, is from late Cretaceous of Chile. Not a lot of paint apps. It's just cast in this really dark green. You just have some paint apps along the side. It's like kind of this yellowish green color, and you have some like off-white for the tail spikes. Other than that, that is it for paint apps on this figure. Probably they really skimped on it because it was a 2-pack, and obviously we do have some light gray for the beak. The eye is painted bright orange. You do have the dark green coming through for the pupil. Doesn't look that bad on this because it's a darker color, versus the Eoraptor. It just looks really, really off. You have all osteoderms and spikes poking throughout the head. Here's a view from underneath, and here is a view from the top. Some nice scale detail on this figure. Going down to the arms. Arms are nicely detailed. Some osteoderms along the arms and hind legs. There's a double row of spikes along the back, and then we have that really funky looking tail that the species is known for. I forgot the type of weapon that this is. Is it a Makihita? No, that's a Pokemon. It's based off a type of weapon that I cannot think of off the top of my head. But yeah, very, very cool looking dinosaur. I like this little thing. Now for articulation, there is a seam right here that there is no head rotation on here. I kind of felt like it should have that. Front legs can move forwards and backwards, hind legs backwards and forwards. You really can't get too much movement because you're going to start slamming into the front limbs, and you do have some tail rotation right here. And before I forget, I trimmed my fingernails today. Cannot get my finger in there. Let's pull out Mr. Handy Dandy Swiss Army knife. And here is the scan code for those who want to scan it into the fax app. And now for comparisons. First up, here it is with the Hammond Collection Robert Muldoon. Let's do a couple Triassic dinosaurs. Here it is with the Herrerasaurus, which I think is still a fantastic looking figure. And here it is with another Epic Evolution figure. And I totally forgot this weird dinosaur's name. I'm going to call it like Googly Schmoogly Saurus, but I do know it is from the Triassic period. Let's do a couple more Epic Evolution figures. Here it is with the amazing looking Tojangasaurus and Caprosuchus. So yeah, definitely, I really wasn't totally sold on Epic Evolution. Some of the figures I'm like, probably going to skip. I'm going to skip the Allosaurus. I know a lot of people like the Allosaurus. I'm just holding out for a Hammond collection when I really don't need another, mainline Allo in my collection. And the Triceratops in Epic Evolution is really just not doing it for me. So really don't expect reviews on those. And what else we got here? You know what? Here, let's do the Papusaurus since it's already out of the packaging. And what else do we have over here? Oh, yes, we actually do have a life-size skull replica of Eoraptor. So yeah, it's just to give you an idea of how small that animal was in real life. And also I have this right here. This is a 1/35 scale Stegourus figures to really hammer home how small this animal is. And you know, spoiler alert, there might be another Stegourus review coming up on the channel very, very soon of a new figure. So that is a little bit of a teaser. So final thoughts on this 2-pack. Like I keep saying, love the idea of 2-packs from Mattel. I hope we see more, and you know, to give a lot more smaller dinosaur species attention. I think it's a great idea to do 2-packs instead of, you know, upscaling them to, you know, fit into the packaging and justify the price point. I think this is a great idea. Really like both figures. Out of the 2-pack, the Stegourus is my favorite one. The Eoraptor is cool. It's just that, you know, sloppy eye paint on mine is just really bugging the crap out of me. I really wish Mattel will work out that major quality control issue that's been plaguing the line ever since they got the license. But other than that, really happy with these figures. Just love obscure species in the Jurassic World line. Like I said earlier, found mine at Walmart. I think they're also being found at Best Buy too, so you might want to hit those up. So that will do it for the review. I got the couple other figures from the Danger Pack wave. I got a review. I got the new PNSO figures coming in. Still got the Hammer Collection Carnotaurus coming in. Holland Good figure. I got a lot of stuff coming this month, so it should be a really good month for reviews. So stay tuned for all that. And as always, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously, and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.